Welcome back to the shop. Yes, finally, I'm getting back to finishing up my 4x8 CNC machine. It took about a 6-month break. Got really busy with life and work, and well, everything garage-wise, or at least CNC-wise, took a pause. Yesterday, I didn't film this because I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any more videos. Reasons. But I got my steppers mounted on that axis, and yep, on both sides. One of the reasons why I just kind of stopped was all of my connections, my aircraft connections that I spent a long time soldering and putting in over here. I decided to completely get rid of them and redo them, and that's what I'm doing now. And now that I have glasses, because I didn't before, I can actually see what I'm doing, and it's going a lot quicker, and I'll show you that over here. So I've got this soldering rig set up, got my flux, got my soldering iron. I've already done 3 of them, and I'll show you what they look like. So this, can I do this one-handed? No. Hang on. Alright, so that's what it looks like apart. Focus. And then this is the bit that will mount inside the box. And what I didn't do before was I built the box before I had all my wires purchased, you know, everything that I wanted to use for both the steppers and the signal. I built the box before I had all that, so I just used what I had for wires to run from the aircraft plugs to the controllers up here. And the colors didn't match, and I had to do a bunch of translations, and of course, yeah, it worked, but I wasn't happy with it because I want everything to match. So I'm redoing all that. And let's see, what else do I have to do? I have to wire up the motor for the spindle, or the connections for the spindle. The VFD is in there. Here's the spindle wire. I'm just going to have that ceiling suspended and drop down. I think it's too thick to fit through my my stuff here. I've forgotten what everything's called because I'm an idiot. And then, so yeah, I'm going to have the spindle wire ceiling mounted along with the vacuum, exactly like I have over here on the Onefinity. And this poor little guy, I need to actually turn it on. I need to use it. So yeah, that's kind of the update on the CNCs. If we come over here, we'll go into the print room, and all of this is going great. Couldn't be happier with the printer. It's printing stuff. I'm making stickers. Here's some of my daughter's stickers, my stickers. Got my first order of stickers to make, so I'm going to do those later on this afternoon. And maybe I'll do a video segment on making stickers. It's kind of fun. That's it for now. Alright, I got all the new connectors soldered up. Got 4 steppers and 4 signals, a home, and I created the cable for the spindle to go from the VFD to the spindle. And in here, taking this panel out so I can redo all of my stuff. I'm going to take all this stuff out, take all this out, all the wires at least, and zoom out and redo all that. Well, it's another day in the shop and I still haven't finished up the wiring on here. Somehow I misplaced my bin of these little crimp-on connectors. I forget what they're called. There's a name for them, but I can't find my bin, so I had to order another one. So that's on pause. But I do have some stuff I can do to the 4x8 table while I'm waiting. I need to wire up my homing sensors. So I got a whole bunch of new sensors and I'm putting new ones in. There's the Z, the X. Those were already kind of set up. I just put new sensors in, and then the Y sensor originally only had one, and this is the bracket that it was on. It was mounted down here, went in here like so, had the sensor in there, and it came up and approached the metal there to trigger. So what I think I'm gonna do, and what I want to do, is I'm gonna take and put a homing sensor on each side of the gantry. So the Acorn will be able to zero or make the gantry parallel with the table by homing each stepper motor independently. So I think what it does is it comes up, approaches, stops, and then it just kind of does each one and make sure it's zeroed out. What I want to do is put these right here. So I need a plate that comes down here with a hole in it, and I think I'm going to use acrylic because I have a whole bunch of that in here, and I'm going to dust off the old 1Finity and hook up the laser and cut some acrylic for that. Probably tap some holes here so I can screw it in and then have the homing sensor there. And it'll be fully adjustable. It'll be easy access, I think. Should be okay. I think maybe should be fine. Alright, so I drew up this little bracket in Lightburn, not Fusion, and got a piece of stuff loaded up. Not the stuff that I would consider the final product. This is just for a test. USB, oh come on, really, this again? Load file. Okay, now we're cutting. Lots of smoke. just a, I think I said that before, prototype. Okay. It'll work. And flip it around. And that's it. Okay. Alright. I'm cutting it out of 1/4 inch black acrylic. And this is just one pass. I think I need to make 2. All the way through. Okay, that took 5 passes. Now I'm going to go over here and make another one. Do 0 and rewind. Before I start, let me pop this one out. Hang on. Okay, pop that out. Here's my piece. Make another one. We're going to do 5 passes again. Alright, I've made a revision. So I made these holes bigger and probably too big. These holes bigger and probably too big now. And then I moved the homing sensor hole down. These ones are too small and too close to the top. I had to drill them larger. And the homing sensor was hitting part of the frame, so moving it down made sense. Rewind, start doing 3 passes. See all it needs. Not a bad laser. 24 watt JTEC Quad Pro. They have I think they have like a 60 watt laser now. Might have to upgrade. Don't need to, but I might have to. Okay, well, there's the homing sensor in the bracket. I made these holes just a little oversized so I can have a little bit of play with alignment. Just to make it look kind of straight. Okay, now if I pull this gantry forward, how much clearance do I have? Hopefully this wasn't a dumb idea. Let's see, can I set this here? I need something heavy. Set on my phone. Oh, that's gonna fall. Uh-oh. Okay, just need to drill and tap this side and then wire up all the sensors. So I've got 4 of them. 2 Ys, 1 X, 1 Z. Okay, well, this homing sensor is in, and so is that one. Now I just need to kind of try to remember how I wired this up. I had it wired up with just the 3 homing sensors, and one was faulty, so that made me want to replace all of them. And I did that, and I had them working. That was like a long time ago. And I cut it all off, and now I gotta figure it out again. But I figured it out once, I should be able to figure it out again. Should. Who knows. And we'll get this thing wired up here. And I say and a lot, but that's okay. I'm still waiting for my crimpy things here so I can finish this up. Once that's done, I'll hook the spindle up. I'll just plug it in and see what happens. It should do CNC stuff, I hope. We'll see. Alright, well, thank you to the good folks from where I got my Acorn CNC from. They supply a good diagram of the home sensors when you want to have them independent and not in series. I'm going to use these heat shrink solder connectors. The solder inside is a low temp melt. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I think for this should be fine. Let's see. Get my heat gun. Get it nice and toasty. Yeah, she's toasty. See the solder inside melt. And then the white dots is kind of like a glue. Helps to keep it together. Be fine. Alright, so I decided I'd solder the power in the ground and then just keep the butt connectors for the signal wires. I'll clean this all up, wrap it up in some electrical tape, and I don't know, one step closer. Alright, I used one of the heat shrink connectors to just kind of protect it, wrap it up. Oh, I'm excited. I think today's the day. I got my furrow connectors. All I gotta do is does that work? Just throw it in there and it's done? Unfortunately, no. But let's get started. Okay, I've got everything wired up. We got our steppers and our encoders all done. Spindle is wired, power's wired back in. Our homing sensors are all tied in. I don't like what I did here. I double tapped this common. I'm probably going to do something different there. But for now, that's good. And I've got the 120 side plugged in. That'll just power up the Acorn, this power supply, and the stepper power supplies. First, I arm it, and then turn the Acorn on. Okay, fans on. Acorn is on. Got a bunch of lights. arrow lights on the steppers. I have to look and see what that error is. And I think we're good everywhere else. That might just be that, I don't know what that error is. Usually that means it's not getting any signal from the encoders. I gotta look it up. Wait a minute. I don't have white. I have a red, green, blue, black. Not a white, green. Shit. Okay. Let's figure this out. Hold up. I'm being stupid. I totally didn't plug in the machine. Let me hook this back up and then see what happens. Alright, I'm kind of dumb. First power up. We'll call that a test because I completely did not hook up all of my stepper wires or my homing wire to the actual control box. So, try this again. Okay, armed and Acorn on. So far no smoke. Steppers are not in alarm. Or the controllers, I should say. Okay. Alright. Turn that off. We're gonna grab the computer, plug it in. Okay. This is the second time I had this on. I had to do an e-stop because my y-axis, I got an overvolt on stepper 2, or Y2, which is the right side there. But, let's see. X, it still moves. Z still moves. Okay, and then Y, I'm only running one motor. Uh-oh. Something went flying. So I need to see if that Y2 is actually moving. Okay, so if I move Y back, motor's moving. Alright, so put the stepper back on, but I didn't tighten this bolt, so it has a little bit of movement. I think it's a timing issue. Slowed it down. Let's move. Oh. They're going in opposite directions. Oh. Wait. Why? Shouldn't they be? If that spins that way, that goes that way, and moves it forward. And then if you rotate this and you spin it that way, that moves that way. Oh. I thought they needed to spin in opposite directions. My brain hurts right now. Okay. And shut down. And we'll start CNC back up. No, that one. Okay. Now they're still spinning in opposite directions. Why? Why? Go back here. Reverse the direction of the fourth axis motor relative to the paired axis. Yes, please. That's what I had. Okay. Try that again. Reset. Move our X over. Oh, there we go. Why was it? Going all wonky before. I don't know. Okay, so I've reset the homing. Let's open up the CNC. And I'll show you what I did. Let's go to the wizard. I'm not going to change any settings. The glare from the lights is annoying. Alright, homing and travel. I've got axis 1, which is Z. So that means it's going to home up. Axis 2, which is Y, which means it's going to home forward. And axis 3, so 2 and 4 are paired. Axis 3 is X. It should home that way towards the sensor. Input devices. So I have the 4 normally closed proximity switches wired to 4 different inputs. First, second, third, and then fourth is the slave home input. Do configuration. So yeah, here's my motors. We don't need to worry about that. All right, so we're going to exit that. All right, we're gonna home this thing. See what happens. Here we hit cycle start and doot. Doot. Oh, I gotta reset. Okay, now there. Okay. Z. Y. X. Okay. All is homed. So I should be able to go Y. Oop. All the way back. And drive fault. We didn't go quite hit the end, which it's supposed to only travel 96 inches. So I don't think we have 96 inches of travel. Alright, so I need to calibrate my y-axis because it thinks it's only moving like 20 inches when it's moving like 90. So the gear reduction has affected that. And here's the instructions. I'm going to fumble my way through this and see what happens. Okay. I'm about to set my overall turns ratio from 5 to 41.76135 on my y-axis, and let me explain how I got there. Let's see. I goofed. Divide the distance moved by the axis actually moved. So 2.5 divided by 18 and 3/8, not 18 and 3/8 divided by 2.5. So that means blah blah, dumb dumb, you're stupid. Laundry is offline. Okay. Let me bust out the fractional calculator again and re-enter this value. I'm going to test this out. We are going to go part, and we're going to set the y to 0. Yes. And then over here, line it up with right the middle of 8. Yeah. Right there. Now I'm going to tell it to move 10 inches. So we should see it stop right there. Right? So let's go MDI. And we're going to go G1 Y minus 10. And oops, feed rate. Let's do 50. And start. Okay. Moving, moving, moving. Let's see where it stops. Not at 10. Let's recalibrate off of these numbers. Calibration, so I asked it to move 10 inches. It went 10 inches and 10 and 5/8. So that equals 10 divided by 10 and 5/8 equals 0.94118. Our existing rotations per inch were 1.28047. We times that by 0.94118. This gives us our new value, 0.2051525. So we're going to plug this in and test again. Okay. We're at negative 10 inches. Okay. We're at 18. Yeah? Now if I tell this to move plus 10 inches, we should land at 8. And that means we should be calibrated. So if we do G1 Y10 F50, enter, cycle start. Wait, what did I do wrong? India. G1, Y10, F50. X-axis, Y-axis travel exceeded. -10. Okay. Well then, fine. We're gonna go back to 0 then. Oh. God, you're stupid. MDI Y G1 Y0 F50. There. Now it should go to 8. Right? Yep. Okay. Now we'll go minus 10 inches. We should land at 18. And boom. All right, cool. I think we got our Y set. Now I just need to make sure the X and Z are accurate. So my X was slightly off. I just lined it up with the 1 inch, and I told it to go 10 inches the first time, and it ended up going 9 7/8 of an inch. So a little bit of math, set my revs per inch to 5.06329, and then set it back to 1 inch, told it to go 10 inches, and it stopped there at 11, which, you know, that's 10 inches. 1, 2, yep. So that is perfect. I just need to calibrate my Z, and probably hook up my spindle at some point and test that out. Let's do the Z calibration. I'll save you all the boring bits and just do it. Okay, now I'm setting my maximum travel, and I started my X off at 0 and went over, and actually I could probably bring that over a little bit more, but I went over 48.4 inches, which is really close to the edge. I think I'm going to set my max travel distance 48.3, give me a little bit of a buffer, 0.2 of an inch. So I'm going to do that for my X. So we're going to go here, go back into utility, go back to the wizard. Configuration, no, homing and travel, and then we're going to set this to 48.3. Yep. Okay, we're going to save that. Now we're going to figure out our Y. What's our total travel on Y? Derp. And then we're going to test it. Right? So, restart Acorn software. Okay, now I want to move the x-axis back over here. So I'm going to say G1 X0, a feed rate of 200. I haven't tried 200 yet. Cool. We're going to move our Z up out of the way. Now we're going to do our y-axis. We're going to go G1 y negative 90 at a feed rate of 150. And then we're going to kind of inch to the end. Invalid character. What did I do? 7. How did I get 7 instead of Y? Enter. Okay. That was 90 inches. Looks like we've got a little bit more we can go. Hang on. Maybe a little bit more than 6 inches. Let's see. No. Looks like 96.5 is what we got. And what do we have there? See, this is kind of what I was afraid of. This spindle sticks out so far. I'm afraid I'm going to lose the back few inches here. Let's find out. Let's bring this back some more. So let's go G1 Y minus 95 F10. Nice and slow. That might be a little too slow. It's moving though. This has got to be one of the stupidest designs for the Z-axis. I don't like it at all. Okay. So that's 95. Let's bring it back another, I think we can go another 2 inches. G1 Y minus 97 F10. Uh-oh. That's it. That was too much. $96.99. Golly, so close. I don't think I went into alarm. No. So I can go G1 Y minus 96.5 F10. Hello, kiddo. All right, 96.5 is my limit. All right, now we're gonna bring our Y all the way back to 0 at 200 inches per minute. Okay. See how far out that goes? You know what though? You know what though? I'm gonna put my tool setter right here. And I should be able to go zip zip, set the tool. Alright. So there's a bonus. Okay. Let's go 300 inches per minute. Back that way. So G1 Y minus, we're gonna go 96 inches at F300. Okay, bring it back. I'm gonna go 400. I'll probably never ever go this fast anyhow. G1 Y. Uh-oh, my battery's dying. 0 F400. And droop. Really? Doesn't seem much faster. Oh, I have my max feed rate at 300. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I think this is enough for one video. Next up, I am going to get my bit length setter thing mounted here somehow. Then I need to mount the drag link here to that, and then that one to there, and then get that up off the floor, get this all cleaned up, get an extension cord for my 220, because this originally was on that wall and that's where I had the outlets put. I could have them moved over here, but I think an extension cord will work just fine for now, because who knows, I may move this. But anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna turn that off for now, disarm it, come over here, shut down, and shut down. Thanks for watching.